Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Barely Necessities. That's laughingplace.com's live discussion of Disney merchandise. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the co-founder of Laughing Place, and over there with the amazing Oswald headband is Becca Burbank, our site manager. As Nikki B points out, Oswald Mania has arrived.
Yes.
How you doing, Becca?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I am looking forward to seeing how much damage we can do to Gio's wallet. Thank you. I did get a haircut. You're right. Donna says hello as well. Valentine's Day, that's today. Lots of people, I'm sure, have very special plans. Oh, thank you, Donna. Do you do something special Valentine's over at the Burbank household? I know we don't at the Mosley household.
No. I have a big box of Lindor truffles that Kyle bought as a birthday / Valentine's present for both of us. So that's about all the Valentines we're gonna get.
Well, our supermarket managed to get Doobie to bring me home some chocolate strawberries. He said he was walking through the supermarket and they announced we have freshly made chocolate strawberries available, just done. They're just going out on the shelves now, and so he brought them home for me. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm good.
I've worked in a grocery store, so yes, that's always in a bakery. Yeah, that's what you do.
Yep.
Hey guys,
they got him.
Forget, your sweetheart's gonna love this.
Yep, they got him. It worked. So, and I have no complaints here. But let's see. It's hard to believe we're all focused on Valentine's Day. I know there's rose vendors on the street, but Disney's reminding us that Easter is just around the corner. Wow, even Orange Grove is popping in. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Wow.
I feel like I should do this more often.
Wow. Okay. I'll have to be sure and let my hairdresser know. I went to a new one, which is always so intimidating. But seriously, let's focus on Easter plush. So we've got a great array of adorable plush at Shop Disney every year. They're so soft and squishy.
They are, and these are cute. Mickey and Minnie, of course, have the bunny costume on, which is so fun. And then they also have the Disney 2023 stamp on the foot or embroidery on the foot. Stitch and Pooh don't have quite the elaborate outfit, but they're wearing these springtime bows and then they're wearing bunny ears. So it's so cute.
I like how they're matching. So cute.
Yeah. So you can get all 4 if you want, or you can just go for 2. Or just get the one that speaks to you.
Yep. And as Gio points out, the Mickey and the Minnie design is very similar to what we've been seeing in the past years, but once again, tossed in a new color.
Yes.
So you can continue your collection. You'd end up with some nice Easter style palette with the embroidered foot to indicate which year they joined your collection. Dooney and Bourke has unveiled a new design, once again diving into that archive because it's Disney100.
Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily love the design, but this collection is cool because as you have right there are 2 exclusives for pass holders. So one for the Walt Disney World annual pass holders and then one for the Disneyland Magic Key holders. So I think that's cool that they have specific designs or specific bags for each of the pass holders. And the band concert, while I'm not very, very familiar with the short, I thought it was cool that you've got other characters that I had never heard of, Giddy Goat or Peter Pig. I knew Horace Horsecollar, I knew Clarabelle Cow, of course, Goofy and Donald and Mickey, but I thought this is kind of fun. You really, like you were saying, they're really digging into the archives. So this is a unique design or unique collection compared to some of the others.
And the way that the pattern's designed very much reminds me of like a comic book adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite busy with lots of shadowing. It's not as like simplistic as I'm used to seeing when they bring those animated characters to their designs. There's a lot of layers and shadowing and detail within the sketches they've chosen to showcase with this band concert piece. So nicely, it's very silly, but when I see this, I think of that. I think of those WDCC pieces that they did when I was younger. It
Okay.
has that feel to me, like almost like that kind of porcelain because of the color scheme they went with rather than the really primary
Yes.
bold colors. So it's a nice look. Dooney is not me. I'm too rugged on my purses, but I'm looking forward to seeing many of these around the Disney parks because Dooney continues to be a very popular handbag. I see it whenever I'm out and about over there.
Yes.
Um, Within the world of Funko, we've got some new Frozen.
Yeah.
Boy, that just wasn't coming to mind.
No,
Frozen.
that's okay.
I'm trying to figure out why my husband's confused. So he just wrote, "I'm confused," and that's it. But yeah, it's Doobie. So if you missed this morning, by the way, we had our morning report where we kind of go over the big news of the time frame and breaking news, and it's hosted by our husbands,
Hmm.
and it was very much fun because Kyle did his weather report in a more bombastic fashion than usual. And what was really fun to me was I knew he did it right under Doobie's nose because the video was sitting right there, and Doobie had no idea it was about to happen. So I loved that. But Becca, I'll let you talk about these new Frozen items that have come to Entertainment Earth.
Yeah, so we're going back to the Frozen film from 2013, right? But these are exclusive to Entertainment Earth, so you won't find these at other retailers. This is an Anna backpack, a cosplay backpack as they call it, and it looks like her green dress from what that first like ball that they have or that dinner after the coronation of her sister Elsa. And of course, yeah. And I love that there's a little Olaf zip charm as well,
Yeah,
or
it's very
like
sweet.
zip pull. Yeah.
I like the color. I like the color elements, like you say. They've kind of, in essence, just pulled her dress and transformed it into a purse with the various design here. Oh, okay, my husband is confused by how I look. And let's see.
Oh no, this week's scroll. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, that's a reference to Zacks of Life and Marvel Secret Invasion, which is
Yep, that's me. It's a secret invasion. You guys had no
coming later this
idea.
year.
Secret scroll, Rebecca. Elsa has arrived as an exclusive limited edition at at Entertainment Earth.
Yes. So, yeah, I love this with the diamond glitter finish. So she just sparkles a little bit and it's really pretty. And this is what that moment like right before when she's left the kingdom and she's about to build uh her ice palace. So she's still dressed in her she hasn't transformed into that iconic glassy blue dress quite yet. Her hair's still twisted back in the the updo, but something magical is about to happen. So
It
it's
is
kind of a
neat
cool
the way that
moment to
they've
capture.
incorporated the glitter into her gown, though, so to give her a little bit of that shimmer.
Yeah,
Shimmer.
I think that they did that. Funko did a really nice job with this.
But here's the item that everybody was waiting for, and I think it did not disappoint. I think the Oswald fans must be quite pleased with the variety and breadth of items that are available.
And I wouldn't be surprised if a few more things pop up over the next couple days because that's kind of been how I feel like the Disney 100 collections have rolled out where it's like there's a lot at first and then a few other items start to trickle in. We haven't we This is our collectibles article and then we also have one with the apparel. But yeah, I thought this was cute. Got the desk lamp there and I mean like how fun. A figurine that I love the color that it's not quite the same color blue that we're used to seeing. It's just a little different. That plush is so cute. Like I yeah. A pillow. Who you need an Oswald pillow, right? Like how fun is this?
Okay, so you have Oswald ears on your head, so
Mhm.
clearly you have an affinity for the rabbit. Okay, why?
Well, he's just adorable. No, the affinity and the ears on my head is mostly because we went to fan days at Disneyland Paris way, way, way back in 2018, and this was one of the perks. But I think it's cute, and I think he's cute, and there's a great like without Oswald, we wouldn't have Mickey. So I don't know.
So it's not so you don't like you're not a fan in that you have like moments in time where you're like, oh, I loved when Oswald did this in a
Right.
short, or isn't it funny the way he always does that? It's more about his place within the history.
Yes, for me,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
again probably means I'm not a true fan, but
Well,
we
oh, please. I don't believe in such things. A fan is a fan. It stands for fanatic. It doesn't have to have reason or logic or fit into somebody else's definition. I'm tired of people challenging others' fan cards. Be a fan. Whatever that means in your world, it's all good. See, Mike Mack, he knows the importance of Oswald. He says he has a set of Al Michaels ears, but he doesn't get to wear them.
There you go. Oh.
And Gio, I'm with you. That was the thing that jumped out at me. Let me see if I can find it again because it was in here, right?
We talked about you this morning on the news show. I popped in for a little merchandise discussion because this is a blue mug, Rebecca.
I know, so I can't buy it. I'm not allowed because I have too many blue mugs. There's the front side. This is what I love about the mug. Okay, right? You've got the front side where he's climbing out the hole, and then you have the back side where clearly that was where the hole started. So, right, he's climbing straight through your mug. And you've got a similar design on the magic band.
Mhm.
And once again, as a reminder, with these magic bands, that puck can be removed. So if you maybe aren't as big of a fan of like the actual strap, maybe you prefer to have a solid strap. Well, you can pop this face and swap it with the other face, kind of dynamic. So at least, yeah, I was like, wait, maybe not with these new ones, but no, I
No, I'm
checked
pretty
it out
sure
with the new ones too.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna go for as much interchangeability
Right?
as possible.
Because that's why I got the Epcot one, because I loved the Epcot face.
Mhm.
And I was like, even if over time the Epcot band maybe kind of wears and I don't like the way it looks or whatever, I can, swap out that puck and still have that neat Epcot logo there. But they also revealed a few Oswald pins as well.
Yeah, these are everything with Oswald is either cute or fun. I mean, that's the my vocabulary needs a little bit of expanding, but yeah, I think they did a great job with this. You catch him in all of these different like attitudes, and so you kind of can see the range of the character just through the merchandise collection, which I think is really smart. Yeah.
And Gio points out something that I've heard from a lot of other Disney fans as well, that it's not that if it isn't the history, kind of that, where his place is within that Disney pantheon, how Mickey came to be and all that kind of dynamic, his role in Epic Mickey has been endearing to people. And so therefore they have wanted more Oswald merchandise, in part because of that. So yeah, right now, if you were an Oswald fan and you thought, hey, it's okay to be an Oswald fan because it doesn't hurt my budget too much, they don't give me too much to buy. Well, this year it's going to hurt your wallet big time.
Yes.
And there you go. So just keep your eyes peeled because we anticipate more on the horizon. Continuing within that world of Disney 100, but now moving over towards that high end of the merchandise, we've got Coach unveiling some new Disney 100 items.
Yes, these are available now at Coach stores, and a select number of items are also available on Shop Disney. So it's themed to the Mickey's Garden short from 1935. So yeah, again, we're kind of like pulling stuff from the archives, from the Disney history, and rightfully so. This is Disney 100. I think this is cute, right? Like
the colors on this are beautiful. I'm very much enjoying the palette here with the greens and the like kind of a salmon pink, as well as and then kind of contrasted with Mickey's bright red shorts.
I absolutely agree. And I like the little bee and the dragonfly there,
Yes,
characters
very,
who
very sweet. The backpack, I'm guessing this is the item that catches your eye more, if I remember correctly. These Coach patch items,
I do like them.
Kind of caught your eye.
Yes, these are fun. I do have a Coach backpack, but it's actually larger than that. And so this one is small. I think you could probably fit a small laptop in there, but not one of the larger ones. I do like these too. These like square tote bags, but when it's like $500-$600, Not exactly something that's making my shopping list right away.
Exactly. Do you recall how much what the price was on the Coach Mickey that we see here? Because it's like a
I
leatherette
think
style, right?
I'm probably off. I wanna say this was like 1,500 or something, but I might be thinking about one of the jackets. They had just the classic Mickey leather plushettes on Shop Disney from this was a while ago. Those were 600. So this one is definitely more than that. But yeah, it was pricey.
And the thing that I found interesting was that with all of these, they've opted to go for a really expressive and somewhat surprised Mickey, not just that kind of
Mhm.
jovial Mickey. So you're getting a lot of, oh, hey, Kyle jumps in to let us know. Yep, 1,500. Thank you, Kyle.
Okay.
Appreciate that very much. But it's interesting, an interesting design choice. I don't feel like we often get to see Mickey kind of beyond that happy peppy
That's
Mickey on merchandise. So very different.
Which I guess is kind of true of his character from the earlier cartoons where he did have he wasn't so much the everyman. He was he could be a little bit mischievous and a little bit, crazy. And then as he grows his group of friends, everybody kind of has a distinct personality. And so Mickey's
Mhm.
kind of got to appeal to everybody. So
Yeah, he
yeah,
became a little bit more universal, a little bit more corporate. Yep, for sure.
corporate. I like that. I'm Synergy Mickey. Goodness.
Exactly. Now, Grand Jester Studios has unveiled a few figurines that Becca's going to be talking about. Oh man, can I just say, I wish this was the statue that was coming to Epcot.
I don't disagree with you.
I
I
find this so much more approachable.
I like it. I really like it too. I like that we've got the 100 Years of Wonder. I love that it's that like pewter tone for Walt and that you have Mickey, not only 3 eras of him, but then also the coloring is a little bit different. It encompasses so much in just one figure, which is awesome. But
I love
yeah.
the look on it. I love the look on it. He looks like he's just about to burst into a very childish giggle.
Well, you can bring this to your home for the low, low price of $200.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I don't remember the dimensions. It might be
Yeah.
smaller than I'm thinking, but
Dude, I think it is all of a sudden started pouring rain outside and then it just all of a sudden stopped pouring rain. It's very weird. So it was
that
very loud
happened
outside my window and then just silence.
that happened this morning on their show.
Really? Oh, that's so bizarre. They also unveiled a beautiful castle with teak.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and I'm looking over my post right now. So that Walt statue is about 10 inches tall. And then
Oh, okay.
Tink here, this reaches about 14 inches tall. So it's still dimensional. It's not quite as wide a base as we're
Mhm.
used to seeing with the castle figurines. But I love that you have that feel of her flying over the
This feels like
castle.
it could sit nicely atop a bookcase. While
Yeah.
some of the other castles have been
Yes.
a bit more broad on the base, and so a bookshelf, a true bookshelf tends to be a little bit shorter, in depth. So
Mhm.
this looks like it would fit nicely atop that. Oh, hey, Geo's got rain too. So there's just rain all over the
Rain
place,
across the country.
right? Um, and today was the day that Roosevelt's Disney 100 first collection dropped.
Mhm.
They've hinted that we will be seeing more along the months ahead.
Yes. Yeah, so I knew that there were gonna be 3 style shirts, and I knew there'd be the adult sizes. When the collection actually launched, I discovered that they have pre-orders for the, ladies cut, for youth cut, and for preschool. So, those are not shipping yet, but they when I last looked, they were still available for pre-order. Some of these adult sizes, though, have already sold out as we're used to seeing.
This
I
one
I love
this one
that.
I think is totally done. I
Yeah.
don't think they have
Yes.
any sizes available on
That
this
one
one.
was gone in 10 minutes, all sizes
Wow.
in 10 minutes. Because we had posted, and then I was adding the links, and then as I'm finding a few other little details, I'm updating my article, and then I'm like, "Wow, it's gone." So
That's amazing. And this one I love the way that they've got Mickey is like a deeper color of the
mhm.
backdrop, and then his hands are the bright white and kind of popping up all over the place.
Yeah, it's fun. This reminds me of the Vans shoes that they released back in for Mickey's 90th. And I don't have them in front of me right now, but I did buy a pair, and you had that, like the stars and the moon and the Mickey silhouette. So I really love this whole collection.
Roosevelt's button-down shirts run around $70
Mhm.
typically. They've started doing more ladies cuts. This is one of the first that they're doing with this pre-sale option. They say to anticipate 8 to 10 weeks, but they're not totally for sure because this is kind of their first time testing out this idea of putting it out there as a pre-sale. I suspect that's to help with like just evaluate inventory
Yeah.
and that type of dynamics for this company. This is one of this is their, like I say, their first Disney 100 collection. One of the things that makes Roosevelt's unique within the marketplace is that their garments have a bit of that stretch to them. They aren't like a true rayon or a crisp cotton. So they have that kind of that little bit of stretch to them. It's hard to make out. This is my favorite of the
Yeah,
three, by the
me
way.
too.
And so I'm seriously considering the women pre-ordering a women's cut on this one. But the thing you can't tell from the screen image that we have here, you have to visit Roosevelt's and look and really zoom in on it. Is not only do you have this beautiful blue with the characters sketched in like a navy, but in a very pale, like it's like a white,
Mhm.
maybe even like a baby blue, are little sketches of items unique to the characters kind of sprinkled throughout. Like you can see Minnie's bow or Pooh's honey pot. Little items like that that are unique to the characters are also there kind of layered on this shirt. So it's got, a couple of layers of visuals making up the pattern, but I'm really
Yeah.
fond of this one.
No, I like this too, and like you were saying, you can see those elements in there. This is Pixar movies and Disney movies, and I have a whole list, which I should probably go back and put into the article just based on looking at the shirt, like who's represented and in various ways. So I'm excited with this first drop, and hopefully they'll do something similar. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had more of these sketch type shirts, but with other
I
characters.
mean, they've got the carousel horse from Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
So such an interesting blend of characters, reaching back to Mickey in a very classic early era form, and you've got Cinderella, and then all
Mhm.
the way up into Coco. So it's a really
Oh,
nice
even
breadth.
Luca.
Oh,
Luca's
it's
on there.
Luca.
I
Oh
saw,
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
some of the Luca characters and the Vespa's in
Wow.
the background with one of those white sketches. So, yeah, so many fun elements.
So once again, you can learn. Oops, wrong article. You can learn more about these on the links that we'll have below. But it's the Roosevelt's collection, the D100. It just launched today. Several of the sizes have sold out very quickly. And I agree. By the way, Gio, I do agree with you here, and I hope that we see some of that moving forward too. I'm very interested to see what types of designs we see moving forward, because to me they're very reminiscent to me of cake worthy, but cake worthies are so like on top of each other and busy, and so to have these that have a nice pacing to the visual that I'm quite fond of. But up until now it's been in realms of pop culture that aren't really to my taste per se. So they've been more like Jurassic Park, Big Lebowski.
Mhm.
I know they've done a few Disney, but even those were in products that I wasn't as like passionate about. Little Mermaid specifically, those types of things. So I'm eager to see kind of what else comes down throughout this year, because they have announced on their site, and I'm sure Becca mentioned it in the article, that they made sure to let everybody know this is kind of the first. This is the
Mhm.
beginning of a year long or more, celebration of Disney 100 from Roosevelt's. By the way, I believe that they're sold in Buc-ee's. If you're in like Texas or Florida and you have a Buc-ee's nearby, you can find the shirts in Buc-ee's. often, so you can, you know, go and actually feel the garment and whatever, because they aren't in a lot of retail locations yet. They seem to be primarily online.
They're in a lot of like small business locations. But if you do go to their website, you can search for like locations where they have brick and mortar or where they're sold in brick and mortar stores. And yeah, you're right. Buc-ee's, I think, is on that list. So
Yeah,
you're taking a road trip, you know.
Yeah, and they're developing this like whole cult following where people are getting together and having like events where it's like fellow Roosevelt's wearers are meeting up through Facebook and like going bowling and stuff like that. It's hysterical. It's cracking me up. So it's an element of life I had no idea existed. People gather together based on garments they wear. Speaking of garments, Rock'em Socks.
Yeah.
Some new socks from Rock'em Socks. A new film came out. Celebrating the film, keep your feet warm. What you think, Becca?
I like these. I like Rock'em Socks, and these are cool. I think I'm probably more prone to the all over print for this grouping, but yeah, the chibi style is adorable.
I'm liking the chibi style, and especially for Ant-Man, which is kind of a more lighthearted, typically a little bit more tongue in cheek. So yeah, so it's a nice look there. They've got the various heroes and villain from the recently or upcoming feature.
It's coming out on Friday, actually. So 17th.
Yeah, upcoming feature. Apparently, Kang is already testing incredibly well with audiences, with people as far as villains go within that Marvel pantheon of villains. So if you are excited, get more excited. Continuing within the world of Marvel, however, she may be coming to DCA tomorrow.
I think you're right. I think it's tomorrow.
But you can have her on your shelf.
Yeah, this Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. This is their look from the not from the comics, but from the new Disney Channel show, which I think just launched last week. I think it was on the 10th when it premiered. So I'm gonna pull up the article and make sure I have it right. I think her name is Lunella Lafayette, and she's I think in the comics, she's as young as 8 years old, but for this particular version of her, she's 13. So yeah, Lunella Lafayette, she's a super genius, and her best friend is a T-Rex. I mean, how cool is that?
Mike Mack indicating that it's going to jump to Disney Plus as well. So we've got that coming to DCA and Disney Plus. It's on my to watch list, so I'm excited for the arrival, because I mean, it's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's a red dinosaur. He's enormous.
And those look like hearts on his leg. Like, I don't, they probably aren't, but they look like hearts.
They do. That's kind of funny.
And he looks so happy for, you know, maybe he's angry, but he looks happy. He looks really cool.
Mike Mack is our Marvel guy. Should I be excited? Should I like this? Is there something that you can compare it to? I don't know if you can compare it to anything. If you can't compare it to anything, don't compare it to anything. I understand rules, regulations, all that kind of stuff. But if you can, let me know. Let's see. Jumping over into yet another. Oh, wait. Gio's got something to say. Not just a dinosaur, devil dinosaur. Exactly.
My introduction to these characters actually wasn't the comics. There was a Marvel Tsum Tsum game, and that sunsetted a long time ago, but it was so cool. I learned about so many different characters and so many different powers that everybody had. I got to assemble teams. It was such a fun game, and then they got rid of it, you know, like what, 4 or 5 years ago.
Mac's telling me he thinks I'll enjoy it too, so I'll continue to be excited. Hasbro, if you got all excited about Indiana Jones with that trailer that popped up during Super Bowl Sunday, Hasbro has opened pre-orders on Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. So we're looking at the classic era. Yeah. It's a nice time to celebrate Indy. We've got a few figures from that era.
Yeah. So these were teased back at PulseCon and during the January fan stream, and we've got links to coverage from that Mike C did for us. But yeah, these are the latest figures. These are that 6-inch scale. So often when we talk about Star Wars Black Series or the Marvel Legends, this is that same size. These are the Adventure Series, and what's cool about these, instead of a build a figure, you've got to build an artifact, and you can make the Ark of the Covenant. So each one comes with different pieces. So you got to collect them all in order to be able to assemble the whole thing.
I like how Belloc is there as the ceremonial high priest with the breastplate and the staff. Pretty epic stuff. So you can do a little bit of staging.
Yeah, and
Marion has the monkey who met a sad, untimely. It was okay. See, this is problematic because we wouldn't do this to a dog, right? When the dog is in the movie and you fall in love with the dog, we don't off the dog. But
that's
the monkey. Apparently, it was okay. Gio says, "Don't open the Ark." You're right. Don't open it. Once you've built it, just put it in a box, a little crate up on the shelf somewhere in your house where it can collect dust.
What if it only has like half of its power? So, or not half of its power, just a little bit of the power. So like, you look at it and then you have like this, smudgy part on your face and you're like, oh, I opened the Ark of the Covenant instead of like completely. It's just
I was about to make a really rude comment about faces that have changed dramatically over the years and such things.
Yeah.
But so moving on, because when you start talking about faces melting, that's where my head went. Sorry. Clone Wars era, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Funko Pop.
Yeah, this is an Entertainment Earth exclusive, and he's in Mandalorian armor. Now, I have only watched a few episodes of Clone Wars, but the listing says it's from season 2. I went to the season 2 episode that they said, and he doesn't look like this, but he does look like this in season 5. So I think that this is season 5 Obi-Wan Kenobi, still Clone Wars. So
I love how you included a clip in the article. You're like, I couldn't find it where you told me it was gonna be. This is where I found it, and just to back myself up, I'm putting the clip in.
And I linked to both episodes on Disney Plus, so I could be wrong. I did a little bit of fact checking, not that much. Still, it's a cool Funko Pop.
It is a cool Funko Pop. We don't often get to see Obi-Wan in something other than kind of that, Tatooine brown.
Yeah.
And sand colors. So yeah, I'm liking this. Once again, it's an Entertainment Earth exclusive. I can't recall, Becca, if you've shared with everyone yet, or kind of about that special relationship that Laughing Place has with Entertainment Earth. So I'll let you do that. Just in case.
We do. We have a special affiliate link with them. So if you shop and use the code LPFAN at checkout, if you're buying items in stock, you can save 10% on your order, or 10% on the items. And then if you spend $39 plus, and that's on in stock or pre-order, you get free shipping. So LP Fan at checkout, and that helps us continue to bring you great coverage like this. With that you purchasing using the LP Fan link. It won't cost you anything more, but it helps us to be able to do the fact checking, the deep dive, and make sure that we check out the Disney Plus episodes.
Yeah, just to let you all know that we do quite a bit of scouring of the web for a variety of items, because we really do want to do our the best we can to keep you abreast of kind of what is out there as far as Disney goes, because it's so many different places now. It used to be kind of more of certain very select small licensing, that they had, but now they're available across an incredibly wide spectrum. So we do our best to, bring all the different layers to you. And then when we do find locations like Entertainment Earth and we're able to develop a partnership, it's helpful in that they'll also then provide us with information. And so we don't have to do quite as much scouring of Entertainment Earth, because we have a better idea of what's coming to them. And it gives us time to start to look all sorts of other places. So we appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, I love it. Becca once was corrected on Star Wars language, and she made it her wallpaper. So she's taking no chances now. Okay. And Mike Mack loves that I've invented the color for my Crayolas of Tatooine brown. So
Yeah, ooh, that would be fun to come up with a whole 64 color set with Star Wars inspired. Like, yeah, you can't have burnt sienna. Is it?
how has that not happened yet? With all the we've got like 28 different Monopoly boards and 28 different operation games. How have we not yet had Crayola crayons, the Marvel edition, or Crayola
Yeah.
Star Wars?
Probably because
Yeah.
some parents will be like, I just want to get my kids color to color.
There you
Yes.
go. Darth
Yeah.
Vader black. Death
That's
Star
right.
gray.
Yes. Yes.
We've invented something. Here you go.
I think it's a good idea.
The team at Denuo Novo, who do these amazing, like straight from the film replicas of items within the Star Wars universe, are presenting Finn's blood-wiped helmet.
Mhm. Yep. Right there from the beginning of The Force Awakens. And yeah, very detailed, very cool. You can actually wear it. Yes, it's a display piece, but it is wearable. I don't know that if I'm spending $700 on an awesome collectible like this, I want to be taking it out, but they do have a whole range of cosplay type items, so you can really have that like the most authentic look for your cosplay adventures.
Max still going at it. Look at this. The sunset was a very pretty shade of Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I like it.
But yeah, this is a one-piece helmet. It's assembled and ready to wear. It's fiberglass. It fits up to a size 8 in the US like hat shape, I believe.
Okay.
So 8 hat size. Yes, 8 size 8 US hat size.
When I see this, I don't think of Finn. I mean, I do, but I also think of the scene in Mandalorian where there's a bunch of Stormtrooper helmets on Pike. Yeah. So that was kind of what I thought of initially when I saw it. I think just because I'm excited about Mandalorian, Jon Favreau just got his star on the Walk of Fame, and so there's been lots of Mando talk,
We've been
around the corner.
We've been watching The Last of Us, and Pedro Pascal is one of the main characters, and can't unhear it. Like, he is Mando 100%. I'm like, we're gonna go from The Last of Us to The Mandalorian here in March, and I'm like, I'm all for it. So it's just like getting me more excited to jump back into that universe.
Okay, I love that. That is awesome. Let's see. With that, we are now at the sensational 7. It may not be on a lot of people's radars, but it is on some of our radars, and that is the festival of Purim. This is a Jewish celebration it's going to be around the first week of March this year when you'll find it, and it's a time when we dress up in costumes, and we read about the story of Esther for those more familiar with the Bible as opposed to the Torah. But we dress in costumes for the event. And so I thought I would showcase a variety of costumes today, just in case people are wondering maybe what they should get around this time of Purim. So I try and loosely organize my list around the 7 dwarfs: that sleepy, happy, grumpy, dopey, sneezy, bashful, and doc. And starting off with a little nod to Sleepy, we've got the PJ Masks. Right, and here we have an Alouette costume. I always have such a hard time saying her character name. But yeah, you can find this over at fun.com. This is an adorable series. If you haven't had a chance to catch it, tune in, enjoy a little bit of PJ Masks. From the world of Toy Story, we've got Rex. He's happy, he's jovial. It's an inflatable costume. He's big, he's green. Who wouldn't want to walk around as Rex? For Grumpy, Donald Duck, our own Mike Celestino only appreciates Donald when he's grumpy, so therefore I decided to pick an adorable Donald Duck. We'll pretend that he's grumpy. And these are for infant sizes. So you've got 12 to 18 months. I also spotted quite a few Donald costumes within the adult and juvenile little kid range as well, not only for infants. So if you hadn't considered Donald, maybe, take a look. Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey. Oh, one of my favorite dopier characters within the Disney universe. We've got Kronk. And you can be Kronk with this costume from fun.com. I like how they call him the hapless henchman.
I can see, yeah.
I can't remember if he made it onto, I think it was Jim, who just did a list of Disney henchmen for Laughing Place. If you didn't have a chance to check that out, he compiled a list of some of Disney's villainous sidekicks. Dopey, Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy. Okay, so I went with something that would be very easy to get in and out of. And in this case, I thought of this adaptive costume because it is very easy to put on. And I love that it probably is something we had reported, and it just like, it didn't totally register with me. But not only are the adaptive costumes available for children, but they also have adaptive costumes available for adults. And so that was something that, like I say, it was one of those things where I'm sure we've talked about it, but it just didn't totally click with me that not only is it for the kids, but we've also got it for the grown-ups as well. So it's pretty epic over there at Shop Disney. So thought I'd take the opportunity to alert everyone to that. And for Bashful, yeah, she kind of stays under the radar, right? She's not really, she's walked away from the Jedi. She's on her own. So I'm, think of it maybe a little bit bashful in that way. I like how Geo, if I were Kronk, I'd have to buy some shoulder angels. You need a shoulder angel and a shoulder devil. You have to have both. So yeah, you can dress as Ahsoka Tano. They've got that available over at Shop Disney. And finally, Doc, he's the one who started it all. And in this case, I'm going with another foundational element of storytelling, and that's the house from Pixar's Up.
Aww.
It's kind of your base of operations where everything, happens. So that's my simple list for this week. Like I say, thought I would showcase a few costumes just in case, you're looking this time of year. It's not as dominant a costume time within the world around us, but it is on many of our minds right now.
No, that's awesome. And I was thinking about the Donald. He was super cute, but if that kid is grumpy,
right?
Then you've got a grumpy Donald. And with child sizes, up to 18 months, like you could there's no telling.
You're welcome, Mac. And now Becca gets to tell you about all the things that we didn't talk about that you can find more information about over on Laughing Place.
Yes, we have pre-orders on Pinocchio Funny Plush from Kid Robot. So there's a Pinocchio and there's a Jiminy Cricket. Today was Pintastic Tuesday, so we looked at some of the Oswald pins, but there's a couple of other designs, including a D23 Gold Member exclusive. Disney100 Oswald, we talked about the collectibles, but we also have apparel. So if you want some fun ears, they do have ears. They have an ear hat and a couple of other cool items. The Disney100 Decades collection themed to the 1920s. We're going to start things off with Mickey Mouse as Steamboat Willie. That's coming on the 20th. So I'm sure we'll be doing much more coverage of that, but something to check out for sure. Pottery Barn just launched a new kids bedding line with Frozen and Disney princesses. So those are available now. Hot off the truck over at Entertainment Earth, we've got Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars. Some of these items are brand new, and some of them are just new to the site or have finally stopped being in that pre-order mode, and you can just buy them now. They also have some new Loungeflies, including that really pretty wedding backpack, the Minnie Mouse wedding backpack that was in stock when I looked the other day. So Spider-Man from No Way Home, he's not wearing his mask. It's exclusive to Funko. So if you're a pop collector, lots of Spider-Man pops this past couple months. Quantumania, that, as we said, that's coming out. There's merchandise from several retailers. Some stuff we've already covered. Other things are new to me are in this article. And then Universal Studios is doing Mardi Gras, and we have pictures of some of their clothing collections and other accessories that are available in the parks. So lots of fun.
Ta-da! And as Geo points out tonight at 7:30 right here on the Laughing Place YouTube and Laughing Place TV is Disney Trivia Live. That is a lot of fun. It's hosted by my husband and our son. Tonight's contest, we have two of them. One is Tainted Love and the other one is Modern Love. So be sure to stop by this evening, have a little bit of trivia fun. Thanks, Caleb. Have a good evening. Have a lovely evening. So let's see, Becca. Anything in particular you got going on before I see you next week? I'm sure Doobie's going to try and drag you back on the morning show because I know he loves having you come and talk about stuff.
I mean, it's always fun to talk merchandise, right? I've nothing. I feel like you're queuing me up to something and I'm completely missing it. But
nope, I'm not. Nope. Nothing in mind.
But no, just staying on top of all of the new releases coming out over the next couple days. We are going to go see. We have our tickets for Quantumania, so we're going to get to see that on Thursday. I'm very excited. So, yes, I mean, it's good to be able to dive back into the MCU.
We are in that final countdown towards our cruise on the beach. And so there is I'm doing much watching of vlogs of people who have been on cruises. I joined the Facebook group dedicated to the cruise I'm going to be on.
Oh,
so,
awesome.
Having a lot of fun talking to other people about the upcoming cruise. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, man, this Disney100 stuff's keeping us all busy around here. It's just one thing. If it's not merchandise, it's some sort of special news or information or misspelling of signs or something. There's always something going on. So it's really, really been busy around here. Appreciate everything you do to keep things moving along here at Laughing Place. I know Mike Mack keeps things afloat with the Marvel stuff. Kyle, our managing editor, makes sure that we don't embarrass ourselves too much. So appreciate everyone on the team here. And thanks everyone who's watching. We appreciate you stopping by. If you've spotted some Disney merchandise that we haven't mentioned, or you're aware of maybe some new release someplace, don't hesitate to drop us a little note, either through our Instagram. We have Disney Merch Show is our Instagram and our Twitter. Mm-hmm. You can drop a note to editor@Laughing Place. We'd love to, if you bought something and you're particularly fond of it and you want to make sure other Disney fans know about it, don't hesitate to let us know, because sometimes things don't jump out at you quite the right way from the page, and so if we hear from other people to give it another look, we're very happy to share it here. So just want to make sure you're all welcome to let us know what you're spotting out there, and we do the best we can to bring items to you as we see them. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.